Bula Tawa, we love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Bula Minaka, I'm Linda Form, a student Suva. I love listening to Today FM because they play latest music and they rock.
Hi, my name is Osnate. I'm from Ba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Bula, I'm a curator from Nandi. We love listening to Today FM. Here in Nandi, it rocks.
Hi, I'm Shania. I'm from Lotoka and I love Today FM and it rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Yandavinaka, Fiji. In this bulletin, Pacific leaders urge to redouble climate fight. Non-receipt businesses under the radar. And FNPF goes electronic.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Edwin Knight.
But first, this morning, the Flying Fijians Rugby World Cup campaign is in tatters after suffering an embarrassing 30-27 loss to Uruguay at the Kamaishi Recovery Memorial Stadium in Japan yesterday. This was the day at Rugby World Cup 2019 that was about far more than just rugby. But what a time for Uruguay to produce the greatest result in their history. Speaking after the match, coach John McKee has complimented Uruguay on a job well done. McKee says Fiji made a lot of errors and Los Teros did not leave any stone unturned in capitalizing on these blunders.
We made too many fundamental errors in the game, and Uruguay capitalised on them. You know, if we had been a little bit more patient at times, we maybe the result could have been different. But you know, particularly in the first half, Uruguay really capitalised on errors, and you know, three tries from our mistakes, and then we were chasing the game, which put us under a lot of pressure.
Fiji's quest to register its first 2019 Rugby World Cup win continues as it takes on Georgia next Thursday. The Fiji Revenue and Customs Service has raised the red flag on some small businesses and restaurants that don't offer receipts to customers. Beauty salons have also come under the radar as another business that often don't issue receipts. Koroi Tandulala reports investigations are ongoing.
FRCS Chief Executive says the onus is also on customers to demand receipts when they purchase items from retailers.
We have had a few cases where we have gone to the extent of prosecuting, and they have been prosecuted and fined. And there has been one restaurant that where we actually there was no receipt issued. It was just a order that was issued, and then we investigated and we recovered some substantial amount of tax discrepancies from them.
The consumer watchdog has also received similar complaints, and beauty salons have topped the list.
That is one of the common area where we receive a lot of complaints from, because what happens is the ladies, they spend so much. They spend as much as $300 for their hairdo. However, they are not issued with receipts. So something goes wrong, they are not able to go and seek redress.
The Consumer Council has received hundreds of complaints of failure to issue receipts, which add up to a substantial amount.
3 years we have received 280 complaints on non-issuance of receipts, and collectively these complaints were valued at $55,822.
For businesses, any sale above $10 requires a receipt. Consumer Council Chief Executive Sima Shandil explains that any transactions below $10, whether it be a restaurant, a clothing retailer or a hardware stores, customers still have the right to demand for receipts. Koroi Tandulala, FBC News.
Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama has called on the Pacific leaders to redouble their efforts in engaging their own people towards climate campaigns. Bainimarama made these comments while hosting a welcome reception for the Pacific Islands developing state leaders in New York last night. He adds all Pacific Islanders should continue to fight the climate fight in an effort to ensure that every man, woman and child in the Pacific Islands is protected. Bainimarama also paid tribute to the late Tongan Prime Minister Akilisi Pohiva, who was a climate warrior.
It is a fight for survival, which we intend as leaders to do everything we possibly can to win.
The dangers of criminal contamination or influence on young offenders is something that the Fiji Correction Service is trying to avoid. Staff officer for the Yellow Ribbon Program, Waisale Songonakalo, says once their centers receive juveniles, they are transferred to Nasinu. Songonakalo says keeping younger offenders on track is a challenge as they can easily be contaminated by habitual lawbreakers.
We must be mindful there groups of offenders in Antioquia who are habitual. They are used to the system. They walk in and out, in and out. And what they do is to pollute these young offenders. So that's why we have the young offenders program at the national correction centers.
Fijian Holdings Limited is optimistic about taking the printing sector to another level in the next 2 years. FHL bought government printing and stationery department for $6 million earlier this year and is now known as Serendip Investment. FHL Group Chief Executive Nuzab Farid says they are investing $4 million into new machinery.
It will take at least 7 to 8 months to get the machine back. So we are looking at by middle of next year, we will have brand new machines, printing machines in government printing, and we will be doing most of the things which is not possible to do in Fiji.
The Fiji National Provident Fund will make all payments electronically to members and vendors from 1st October. FNPF Chief Executive Chauchi Koroi says currently more than 90% of the fund's payments are remitted electronically. However, there are exceptions for those who do not have bank accounts. Koroi says as part of the changes to their FNPF processes, the FNPF will no longer print or distribute checks, and members are encouraged to open bank accounts in order to receive payments for any withdrawal assistance. The CEO says the FNPF has ceased payments through checks because it's time-consuming and costly. Coming up, Flying Fijians captain looking ahead to remaining matches, and Aileen to now represent Australia. Stay with us.
Bola na lang ko siya do tali taka wali rongo sirma ko na do Fiji na kasi.
Bola ya Veronica melo toka do tali na Radio Fiji wan ando mai biti. Na vango merre telawa go ngai tabua ando tali taka na rongo na Radio Fiji wan nando mai biti.
Bola go ngai no ke imba ando tali taka wali na rongo na Radio Fiji wan nando mai biti. Na wali.
Ana dango saniter kuati ando tali taka lebu na rongo na Radio Fiji wan eno sorry.
Radio Fiji wan nando mai biti.
Welcome back. Flying Fijians captain Domenico Wanganimburotu has congratulated the Uruguay team for a job well done. 10th ranked Fiji suffered a punishing 30-27 defeat at the hands of world 19th ranked Uruguay in their second Rugby World Cup match. Wanganimburotu says their opponents turned out to be the better team and they deserved the win. He also admitted that the Fijian side made a lot of mistakes which Uruguay took advantage of.
It's a lot of work on that we need to work on, especially for this game. We need to look back at ourselves, look back at our team, and from here, the only way we could go forward from here. We can't really stick around for the result today. We've got 2 more games coming up, and that's our focus, our next focus.
With 2 losses, Fiji is all but out of quarter-final contention for the 2019 Rugby World Cup. All Blacks coach Steve Hansen says he's going to push the team hard this week, hoping there is no drop in intensity as they wait another 7 days before playing Canada. But that hasn't stopped the players from enjoying the experience, especially 3 brothers who together are now living up their World Cup dream. Wallabies centre James O'Connor does not see himself as the solution to Australia's inaccurate goal kicking heading into the Rugby World Cup clash with Wales. A worrying trend in the Wallabies camp which will need to be addressed, but O'Connor says he enjoys playing at outside centre. Stats show the Wallabies took 6 successful shots from 15 attempts, shared between 5'8's Christian Leleifano, Bernard Foley, winger Reece Hodge and inside back Matt Tumua. The Wallabies will take on Wales this Sunday at 7:45 p.m.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I made a sort of my mindset going into this World Cup, so I just want to enjoy the experience. Like Tavita said, we've worked so hard sort of to get here. For me, like the last 3 months since I've joined back with the Wallabies, I haven't trained like this ever. So now it's just, we'll put the labour in, it's just about enjoying it and trusting your teammates, and no matter what sort of happens on the field, you're just responding to, what's in front and going from there.
Meanwhile, winger Reece Hodge will miss the 3 remaining matches for Australia, having been suspended by the Citing Commission. His initial suspension was for 6 matches. However, for good behaviour, it has been reduced to 3. He was cited for a high tackle on Fijian Pedeli Yato. which was declared as dangerous. It's a sad day for weightlifting Fiji as Commonwealth Games gold medalist Aileen Jicama has become an Australian citizen. Jicama is now eligible to represent Australia internationally in what could have been Fiji's gold medals. At a special ceremony held in Sydney on the 11th of September, Jicama became an Australian citizen, following which she was fully cleared by the IWF Executive Board held in Thailand to represent Australia internationally, which comes into effect immediately. Fiji have made it to the 2019 OFC Olympic qualifiers, defeating Papua New Guinea 3-1 in their second pool match. Fiji's goals were scored by Captain Savinatha Balindrokanroka, Patrick Joseph and Tito Vodnoanga. Coach Marika Rondu says he has seen some improvement in the boys.
A good step forward in terms from first game. Second game, Papua New Guinea had to come strong. So we anticipated that. I think that pressure came onto us instead of enjoying the game.
Cloudy conditions over most places with brief showers in the capital and in Sabu-Sabu. And that is your FBC Morning News. Remember to join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For these stories and others, you can also tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. That's it from me for now. Have a good morning.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulaloba. और हम सब मिर्ची एफएम सुनता है because it's hot. Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's #1.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है। हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग कल मिर्ची एफएम सुनता। गोल्ड टाउन तावा में मिर्ची एफएम दागो मामा।
Mirchi FM, it's hot.